Get more value for your money when you activate your Digicel Prime bundle. More choices for what you want at low prices. More talk time on the most reliable network. More any-use data for whatever you're into searching and sharing. And dedicated data for more new apps to stream your music, shows, and live sports. Activate a Digicel Prime bundle of your choice in the My Digicel app today and save more. Digicel, better connected.
Nice to be in orbit.
Hey guys, welcome to SipNchat with Azem and Jade right here at the Sugar Factory. I'm your host Azem, and of course I'm here with Jade. We're going to detail CPL Matthew Stewart, sing it's Beyonce Johnson, and we're looking forward to having a great show with you guys this morning. Jade, how are you doing? That great?
I am excellent.
I'm so happy to hear that, Jade.
Bye. I feel like a gas tank right now.
Oh my gosh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That's okay, cool. Yeah. Well,
when I get everybody today.
It happens to the best of us. What was your day like yesterday? Sorry.
The usual. I just went home and did work. Tried to nap and failed, and then went back to do work. I had a Rizzler yesterday.
I saw.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about me. I don't really know what's going on in your life, but
What happened to Rizzlers? Rizzlers are nice. Rizzlers got vibes.
Who doesn't like Rizzler?
I don't know, but that's her hat. I can't remember her name, sorry, but I know she's from your town.
Okay.
Shout out to you, kind lady.
Okay, nice.
Saving the world one bottle at a time.
Yeah? Okay. I know some Rizzler done put some people in some places they didn't want to be.
I mean, they drink too much. You have to know your limits. You can't just drink the whole bottle of Rizzler at the same time.
Oh, is it? Maybe this. Okay.
You have to drink it in portions.
Oh, that's how that go? Okay.
Drink it in portions. That's the best advice I could give you.
Okay.
Drink some now.
Drink some later. And then drink some after that. No one later and then some.
Yes, because if you drink it one time, you might see a little green man.
Oh, okay. Interesting how humans like doing these things to ourselves, but hey.
Yeah, why not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. That's what I say. No?
I don't know.
Did Jade ever talk to him? The green man?
No.
I
will talk to me because I don't drink a whole bottle of Rizzler.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think the sippers would want to, know the look. So you
How are you, friend?
Me, I'm doing okay.
Well?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm trying to catch up on rest. Like, I feel like I am tired.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I'm tired. Like, generally, I haven't been able to really, like, just take some time and rest. And I think that needs to happen. Maybe this weekend. Who knows?
Who knows? I know I definitely resting this weekend because if one thing I just do is rest my son home.
Okay. What have I planned this weekend? I got a couple things planned. I got a couple projects to catch up on.
This weekend is Mother's Day?
This weekend is Mother's Day, yeah. Wow. Thanks for the reminder. For the mothers in my life. But
yes. Can't forget them.
Yeah, today I have some runs to make after here. I don't even have to hear, but
You're doing after here.
I have to go into town, unfortunately.
Lord, I know.
Yeah, going into town is I actually wonder why we have all this technology, why we still have to go to town.
Bye.
Like, I feel like we're not deploying the technology like in the most effective and efficient ways.
I don't think so either, because there's no reason for you to go into town.
Like, we ain't supposed to have to go into town. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. Well, it was nice. It used to be nice.
When back in the 80s, before the temperature soared to an average of 106. Because, but right now, look, I usually end up parking somewhere on Victoria Road, right?
Whew. Yeah,
And I
but
tell people Victoria Road is different. I don't know what it is, but the sun is hotter on Victoria Road consistently.
When you were away, I had to walk to town for a meeting, right? And I walked down Victoria Road.
Oh, boy. No, let me tell you something, Jade.
Yeah.
You walk down Victoria Road, it's bad.
Walking back too?
Anytime you're walking on Victoria Road, it's bad. But you feel such a difference if you walk on East Park Ranger. Like walking on East Park Range don't feel like Victoria Road.
No,
I
but
don't
walking
understand.
up the feel like it does.
It's just the two sides of the park. The two sides of the park, totally different experience. Totally different experience. I don't.
Yeah, trust me. I for sure know, because I'm an avid walker of East Park Range.
Yeah, because you walk on the road right there. That's your road there. But I don't like.
Yeah, the sun. I don't know again how the sun and the weather, but we need to. I saw a report recently that said that no, the color of the sun didn't change, and stop staring at it. This is where we are as a society.
Yes, Jay. The young people are becoming dumber and dumber
as they
have more and more access to information. But instead of accessing information, they access the dumbest things they could find.
The people literally had to come out and say, "Oh, please stop staring at the sun, please, for God's sake."
Oh boy, it's funny how we have to remind people of this.
It's funny how we have to remind people of a lot of things.
Oh well.
Anyway, today's Thursday. Anything bothering you?
Oh yeah. Well, man, sure. I feel like something can stir my spirit throughout the show. So if that happens, I'll be sure to let you know.
So you can just randomly start to cuss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because remember, I'm Zen now, but it's like you wait for Thursdays for anything that's bothering you. That's when you could get it out.
As you should. As you should, friend.
How about you? Got something on your mind?
I'm thinking. Has anything bothered my spirits?
In the last week?
Yes.
Things have bothered my spirit, but they're personal, and I'm not comfortable sharing.
That's understandable.
Yeah, not personal but because the people who are gonna be cussing watching the show.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, since when we start to care about that?
No, when it's personal relationships.
Okay. Value these relationships.
Yeah, you value these relationships.
Okay. Just checking. Well, let me see what happened in the world then, since nothing has sparked the spirit of cursing today. Oh, wrong app.
Yeah,
wrong app.
The lookalike. You know, when they start listening to us, Jade. No, like even some of the apps like the phones and so, like it's obvious that they're just watching us the whole time.
Oh no, we know that for a fact. Sometimes you even say, I'm not a fact. Sometimes you even have a thought, and then you go on your phone, and you see an ad for that thought.
You think that we already have the technology to read minds? It's just that the powers that be haven't let us know that it exists.
And they shouldn't either.
You know, I always say if I had one superpower that I would be with it, I would love to be able to read
Not
people's
me.
minds.
Me want the type of anger in my life. Because I know some of y'all thoughts can anger me. I would be very irresponsible with it. So.
People anger me all the time anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah, but I think it would be worse.
I would be very responsible. I'd be the type of person that would like know exactly what you're thinking and just play along with what your mouth saying.
Not me. Not me at all.
Really? I would just pretend like I don't even know exactly what you just thought.
The reason why I can't do that
I just need to know what the truth is.
The reason why I can't do that is because a lot of the times my facial expression shows everything.
You don't have a poker face?
I don't.
I
don't know how to hide how I feel through my facial expression.
There's anybody here who don't play poker? Like we have poker nights anyway. I haven't really heard about poker.
Probably Marriott. Mapao. Anyway, where there's a casino.
Yeah, but it's talking about like regular like.
Oh man, no.
People don't really play poker here, I don't think.
I have no idea, friend. I know I don't.
I would love to play poker.
I got married. So your cards on the table?
I got money to go there now.
It's true. No money in the economy at all.
Look, let me tell you something. I have never been a gambler. Like gambling has never enticed me. I worked hard for my money.
It's true.
Like I have I have gambled, right? In the sense that I've done sports betting.
Okay.
Well, when I sports betting, I betting on what I consider sure things, yeah. Like,
As you should.
I betting on sure things.
Well, I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. But some people don't just be out here betting on anything, man.
No, I had a friend when I was living in the US. That was his job. He was a full-time sports bettor. And like, but it's a full-time job.
Yeah,
like,
it is. I've seen.
Yeah, he goes, does the scouting reports, does the injury reports, does the weather reports. He goes back and checks the history of these games, check the history of.
Complicated, why?
No, it's a science. Like the amount of research that he does before he places his bets is literally a full-time job.
No, it definitely sounds that way.
A full-time
Sounds
job.
like you can't just get up and decide, you know what, I'm gonna bet on this team today.
Well, people do that, but what I'm saying is
I mean, as a sports bettor,
well,
a professional one.
But what he did, like, it was very much based on research, making informed decisions. Like, he would know things before, like sometimes he'd make bets and be like, there's no way. He's like, no, what happening is such and such has a nagging injury. He's probably not gonna play today because when they play in wet weather, bam, 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 whatever. Like, the man.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
And then he had a way of determining like how much he would risk on this particular bet based on the information that he had and bam, 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 and the surety that he had. Like, it was a whole big thing.
Sounds that way.
Yeah.
Sounds that way for real. But, yeah, you want to jump into some news?
Yeah, let me know what's going on now.
Well, I have a complete story.
About what?
The man that died yesterday.
Oh, we have more information?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it says, overseas visitor dies after falling at hotel on St. Kitts. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. The media house that posting this, the St. Kitts based media house? I gotta start work with us here. When I sensationalizing the headlines, like, I understand what y'all doing. But then sometimes y'all gotta go the next direction. There's something you gotta go the next direction, just like tame it down a little bit. When you hear tourist dies, St. Kitts, it's like, oh. Like those.
Oh, they're killing tourists now? You know, that's not the first thing they're going to say.
But yeah, you know.
No, that's not what happened though. Reports reaching the news desk suggested that a man at a hotel died due to a fall. The police have shared that the incident involving the overseas visitor occurred around 8 p.m. on May 9th. The statement from the law enforcement reads, emergency services received a call for assistance for Gary Welch, an elderly Caucasian man who had fallen to the hotel's ground floor. Mr. Welch, who arrived earlier that day on vacation with his family, lost his balance while at a bar on the hotel's first floor. Both EMS and RSCNP responded to the scene, and Mr. Welch was promptly transported to the Joseph and France General Hospital for treatment via ambulance. Welch succumbed to his injuries on the way to the hospital.
Wow.
You know, I had to quickly work on that for him today.
Dude, humans are very fragile creatures.
Yes.
We're very fragile creatures.
I know we feel like
It's
we're
just,
invincible, but
like,
we're really not.
People is literally just hit the head, like, depending on how you hit your head, how you hit your neck, like, that's it.
I
People
have-
is dead from getting a thump in the back.
It's true. You know, I have that thought all the time. Like, sometimes I would be in the shower, you know, you come out the shower, like, your feet wet, possibly.
Well, yeah, so, it's crazy, you know, Jade, like, even, like, just being in your shower could be such a thing where it's like, man, I might not make it back to me towel.
Exactly. I tell you, every time I come out the bar, right, it's like I'm so aware of the fact that there's a possibility for me to slip and hit, like, on some Final Destination stuff.
Oh, no.
Slip and hit the back of my head on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Or
At the top.
well, it really a top is like the wall, the edge
Yeah,
of the wall,
the
step on the back.
little edge, yeah.
The amount of times I've looked at that edge like,
No, like I have slipped in my shower before. I have slipped in my shower before, like a few times over the years. And that is one of the scariest.
You need
But
a
that
shower
is-
mat friend.
No, but I mean, not anytime recently.
Oh, okay,
You know, when
okay.
you're younger and thing, like we used to have like a tub at one time.
Tub's dangerous.
Tubs
you know.
are extremely
Tub's
dangerous.
too dangerous. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. You are
So-
putting literally a slippery surface plus water plus humans.
Plus soap.
Plus, like, yeah, try to kill us.
Yeah. But so now I think most of the showers that I frequent, they have like tile.
Yeah.
They're the actual showers, so they have like tile on the floor and it's not like slippery tiles. So, you know, that helps too. Plus I kinda like the look of you know, them tiles that look like stone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah, vibes. But but those are the kind of like showers I tend to frequent now, and yeah, it's a serious thing. But what I don't understand with this particular story is it that he was going down the stairs and just fell down the stairs? Is it a matter that he fell over something and then fell on the stairs? Is it a matter that was he drinking at the bar? They say he was at a bar. Was he drinking at the bar?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they didn't tell us nothing new.
They tell us not new. They only tell us that he slipped from the first floor.
That is, well, yeah, he was at the first bar on the first floor. That's what they were saying.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's funny. So I don't know.
Imagine you slip down some stairs and you're done on the first floor.
That's funny.
That was a bit funny, but like that's what happened. Like
You slip on the first floor, you know, so you didn't fall down the step. You slip on the first floor.
no, but yeah, this is at the first floor. Got steps going down.
Ooh. And he's an older man, Lord.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Especially as you get older, like, you get so much more fragile.
Yeah, the body ain't doing what
Like,
it's
the hips
supposed to.
don't. The hips don't. The hips does definitely lie.
The hips does lie.
Yeah.
you know, your reflex actions way off. They don't even exist at this
Yeah,
point.
because once you fall to when you're older like that, you don't generally have the dexterity and like motor function to like self-correct
No.
to stop yourself from falling all the way to the bottom of all the way to the bottom.
No, bye.
So I mean it's
Scary.
really unfortunate. But again,
Imagine you come on vacation and just a slip, take you out, no?
yeah, but I mean even so, like you don't want this type of news going up where it's like people coming here to enjoy themselves and not making it back home.
Yeah.
You know? So I assume the property is already looking into ways to minimize these things, maybe putting those anti-slip edges on the steps and stuff like that.
But suppose you slip on the edge of the step.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like now is a time where you're gonna start looking at these things.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like whether or not you could say there was some other contributing factor, maybe alcohol, maybe rain, maybe a cardiac event,
Yeah, maybe old age.
just old age.
Just being old, because being old is just...
Even just putting up a sign and saying, hold on to the banisters, like, these are things that I know the property is going to look at now. Just because you don't want to ever have a repeat of anything like this.
Definitely not.
Even if it's considered that the hotel didn't do anything wrong or
Yeah.
put things in place to keep people safe, like, they're going to go above and beyond because you don't want to have these things
No, they're
happen.
definitely about to. If they
They
haven't
don't.
been already, but...
Yeah, nobody wants to see this happen. Like nobody. I mean, I say nobody. I mean, nobody. Meaning the hotel themselves, staff and ownership. The country, like other tourists. Like this is just such an unfortunate situation. And condolences again to his friends, family, and loved ones. Cause
Right?
yeah, but
It's crazy. Imagine, because you're on vacation,
You're on
you know?
vacation.
You come to the beautiful St. Kitts to soak up the sand and the sea.
And there's something special about St. Kitts. I can tell you one thing about
No,
St. Kitts.
definitely.
Something about St. Kitts and Nevis. Like it's one of them places where people come and it does blow their mind.
As it should.
It definitely blow
As
their
it
mind.
should.
Places have a vibe. Places have a vibe. And whatever the vibe is, for some reason, visitors love it. Visitors love it here.
I love it, you. Don't
Yeah.
you?
Look, I was having this conversation earlier this week about about the vibe of St. Kitts and like where there's so many people that come here to visit. Sometimes end up in an accident. How the conversation came up, it was about this gentleman who came here. He went by some bar. He was on a cruise. He went by some bar, get drunk and miss the boat.
Sounds like a good time to me.
And then they've decided, well, but you know,
you done here?
I'm gonna spend the rest of the time here anyway.
You done here?
And eventually being here for a couple of days, the man just tell his wife, look, I don't in St. Kitts, like, you need to come join me. And then she came and whatever, and then buy a house and
Yum.
yeah. But eventually bought a house. I don't know if he just bought a house like the same week.
That's why I'm like, what?
Yeah, but bought a house and live here now, like just fell in love with the place. And I hear stories like this all the time.
No, I understand.
And as somebody who that travel, places have vibes. Like that's why sometimes you could be walking somewhere and be like, but here feel like
That's how I felt in Jamaica. I was like, what make you feel like? Over here feel like free, man. Over here feel like, you know, some parts of the country, like, yeah.
places have vibes, and it's more than the architecture. It's more than the fauna. Like places have a vibe, right? And some people just like the vibe of St. Kitts.
As they should. I agree. Well, something that's messing up the vibe of St. Kitts.
Oh boy. Reckless driving.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Okay. People who don't throw their trash in the trash bins that don't exist.
That's a problem, but you know,
that's not what you're referring to.
No, not today. Not today. This one says Buckley Supermarket armed robbery under investigation.
Buckley Supermarket.
Yeah.
This ain't the same place I've been robbed like 8 times in the last 2 days. The same place? They get robbed again? They get robbed again? Serious?
Let me see. Today is what? What is the date of today?
Like what? I sure these people ain't cool with the robbers.
I don't know what happening, but no. Well, it says no. This ain't a robber again. I think this is the last time they were robbed.
Yeah, but they've been robbed something like 5 times in the last 2 weeks.
Well, this is the last one. It says investigations are ongoing into the armed robbery of a Buckley supermarket. On May 6, 2023, the police responded to the crime reported at All Day Supermarket. That's a good name.
All day.
Does it go all day? Is it a 24-hour supermarket?
But maybe say all day, not all night.
It's true. Good point. Located at Buckley's Extension, the business owner, Jian Long Wu of Spot Street, reported that around 8 p.m. on the aforementioned date, 2 masked male assailants entered his store armed with handguns, which they promptly aimed at him. One assailant held Mr. Wu at gunpoint while the other proceeded to search his supermarket. Mr. Wu complied with the robbers' demands and opened his cash register. They stole a sum of money and subsequently fled the scene. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Force wishes to remind the general public that there are several penalties that you think they know this? Well, sorry.
No, not sorry. I don't understand what you're saying. All I can tell her, you know, right? You see, I trying to make this a habit. One eye gonna end up with some shotgun shells in our back, eh?
You know, somebody gonna shoot one eye for you.
Leave people with their things.
Yeah, somebody gonna shoot one eye for you. Meaning,
Leave people with their
the
things.
amount of robberies that I've heard over the last 2 weeks has been kind of ridiculous, eh?
Let me tell you something, Jade. You know me, I always talk about how none of these things happen in isolation. And look, I understand that things may be slow for some people. Things are difficult all around. Everywhere you turn, from the businessman to the man on the street, talking about how hard things be. But this thing about just going and taking from people because you feel like I'm more than you, or because you feel you're in a position to either take or you're in a position where you need, I can't support them things there. And somebody gonna retaliate. I tell you,
of course.
This supermarket, some of them getting robbed multiple times in the span of weeks, you know.
Listen, the one on Bay Road, the one by Spot Street, not the one by Spot Street, the one by Uncle T's, I think. What I would call it?
Spot Street.
Okay. The one up Buckley's, like the one on Market Street. What are you gonna listen? Somebody gonna make an example of one are you know?
No, I think these Chinese people playing that. So anyway, I was gonna say something very racist, but the thing about it is
let's not do that.
The thing about it is, no, I'm telling you, because it's only a matter of time before people start recognizing they need to protect the assets, and sometime in the process of protecting the assets,
you going on a t-shirt? You're going on a t-shirt, man.
Robbery is one of them things about like I don't see well with me. Like I know sometimes I'm down for the little illegal things.
Yeah, a little scam here.
A little scam here and there. You done gone prison and you break out here rooting for you. But at the same time, Can't deal with robbing is a...
For running up in people's stores with guns and them.
Everybody's struggling. Everybody trying to do what they got to do.
Everybody, there has not been anybody that I've heard say things are going well for them, things are easy, from the biggest businessman to the smallest corner store. Everybody complaining about the lack of money circulating in the economy, how it feels like everything.
Slow. Things feel
yeah,
slow.
everything feels slow. However,
don't bother talk about the prices maybe that's why they're robbing these people.
God, I can't afford to buy them.
Somebody got to stop and talk about the way the price is going up in the supermarkets, eh? But you hear what I say? Stop and talk. Not rob.
Not rob. A conversation is to be had, not a crime to be committed.
The prices at the stores
I don't even look at them no more, you know. Because if I had to study and look at the prices them when I shopping, I can just stop shop.
Just close the eye and give your card?
Yeah. Whatever come off, come off.
Hope for the best?
Hope for the best, hope
You
for...
want it? And then they got the audacity to ask you about, you going to need a copy of that? No, miss, I don't even want the receipt. I don't even want to be reminded about the fact that I had to pay you $300 for 2 pineapple.
What you want? You want to press me?
Oh my gosh, no, miss, I don't need a copy. I do not need my receipt.
I don't need the extra stress in my life.
Yeah, like, I know it's rough. But that being said,
yeah, stop for people.
left people with the things.
Because somebody, trust me, gonna make an example out of one of you.
And then what you gonna do?
What you could do?
What you gonna do?
You gotta tell God why you're up here. I mean, he see, but you still gotta take it to reach by the gates.
I might think there's bit too. God forbid these things happen. What's the response to you? When they don't come and take you up from the doorway of the supermarket, don't map up wherever they need to map up.
Not the doorway.
And then the question now becomes, well, what's next for you?
What do you mean? You're going to ice?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what the response is like? The people really can come and pretend like there was this and that and this and that?
Yeah, because there's always that one family member. Oh, he was such a nice boy, I can't believe it.
No, but again, I believe people are complex creatures, and it don't matter who you are, what you're into, somebody is going to miss you. There's
of course.
Right? There's some, so I'm not like, but I'm like,
yeah, I got to understand.
you got to you don't study about like how this could go left.
No, consequences, man, consequences. There's consequences. A lot of y'all don't feel like they are, but
people just act like they're in consequences for
you only need one person, man. You only take one person, and they're gonna find out the consequences the hard way.
Well,
and they ain't gonna be me. Cause me only need nobody's to go take up, man.
And the thing that I'm saying right now is that there are so many of these incidents happening that
every single week. But then I think it leads to a bigger discussion, like what's going on in the country where where everybody has the same issue, where everybody feels the same, where everybody keeps saying everything is slow. Like what's happening in the country?
Yeah, but it's one thing to identify that is the feeling. What is the plan to move us past this particular time? Recognizing, yes, there are a bunch of internal and external factors that might be contributing to it, because it's not just a single thing, right?
No.
You're hearing this all across. You're hearing the price is going up on food, everything all around, right?
Inflation and all of these things.
The issues that have come as a result of post-pandemic, as like the war in Ukraine and all these things, and by the end of the day, people still out here trying to make a life for themselves.
Yeah.
People out here trying to make a life for themselves. So how do we address the obvious issues? And if we know what the contributing factors are, then we should be doing things to lessen the effects of these contributing factors.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Right? It might take a reshift and refocus of what we prioritize, and so we could deploy resources into other places. But we are in a people
out here, man.
People complaining.
Yeah.
People complaining.
You were out here for real.
Complaining.
So you remember this week we were talking about the guy that they haven't found who escaped from the detainee center?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we thought he was Spanish.
His name?
Oh, he's not.
No, but I think what happened to, remember they say he was, no, they also said he was from the, they didn't say he was an Antiguan, but originally from Santo Domingo.
Oh, that's what they said? I don't remember that part.
I think that's what they said.
So I was minding my business yesterday, scrolling through the news, and hopped over to our friends over in Antigua's news. And they said police in St. Kitts and Nevis are still searching for Antiguan man who escaped custody. Where he could be so?
Yeah, the man is no longer in St. Kitts.
No, I think so neither.
This man is no longer in St. Kitts.
I don't think so either. A fugitive identified as 53-year-old Nicholas Santana is the only one of 9 escapees who has yet to be apprehended. The escape occurred after a boat carrying 14 West Africans captured. How we reached to 14?
Jade, this story just...
Hey, tell us 30 something.
This story just ain't making no sense, Jade. Every time the facts come out, the facts different. I don't understand. Every time the facts come out, the facts different.
Is this a fever dream? Did they not tell us that it was like 30 something people?
Jade, they told us it was 30-something people. How are we carrying 14 West Africans when they tell us they done for in 16?
Somebody lying here. Somebody lying.
Nothing about it. What the fella name?
Nicholas Santana.
Well, with that name there, and they say from wherever, of course, we think he's Spanish.
No, I see. I understand.
Yeah, I tell you.
I just trying to figure out how these numbers keep changing.
Hey, let's make Nicholas Santana like a local legend now.
How?
Let me how we get started.
Where we got to start it?
Guys, it's gonna be fun.
Wow. But the legend gonna be?
No, the legend is like from now on, anything that happened there you can't explain. Probably Nicholas Santana.
I love it. We're going on with it.
Probably Nicholas Santana.
Yeah, we're going on with it.
You go home and you can't find your socks.
Instead of blaming the devil, we're gonna blame.
By Nicholas Santana.
Yeah. Now with it.
Nobody could find him.
Bye. I so confused, right? Because
your girlfriend gone out and you know where she be?
She with Nicholas.
She with Nicholas Santana. Where your girl be by? But she gotta be with Nicholas Santana. Can't find her.
You're terrible. You, sir, are terrible.
We're making this a thing.
No, we're making this a thing for
This
you
is
because...
definitely a thing. Nicholas Santana by. Old Saint Nick.
Oh, Saint Nick. Bye. All jokes aside, right? I just want to tell us the truth, you know. Made him a line.
Jade, nobody knows what happened with this thing. Watch here, this thing has so much plot twist, right? How it is that it took us, right? How it is that it took us like 2 weeks to figure out there were some Venezuelans that saved these people. That just happened to be off the coast of Connery. And then the boat...
What about this to lie? What about this story?
That is why, from the start, Jade, nothing be making sense with this thing. They can't even tell us up to now we know where they were going. You realize up to now nobody know where they were going?
Yeah, they said I was going to St. Thomas. But then the boat reached
Puerto Rico.
But then it capsized.
But then it had capsized before it left.
But then it had on 33 people.
But then it's only 14.
But then 14 didn't die. So what these people be ghosts? What kind of answers?
I think we need to find Nick.
Yeah, I think Nick has the answers.
Nick got the answers. That's what going on there.
Nick got the answers.
Nick got the answers by.
Because none of this adding up by.
Nicholas Santana.
And I love a good conspiracy, yeah? But by
Nick,
listen.
if you're watching, call us.
Yeah.
We could
We need to talk to you because
we could put the story. We could put the story up for you. Too easy.
Bye.
Nicholas Santana. Bye. But the whole story ain't making no sense. Jade.
No, Azem, man, never joking. Like this story makes zero sense.
And then the thing about it for me too, the other thing that makes it even more questionable is that we just keep getting these bits of conflicting information. Like, ain't even like it's 1 week. Something like this happens, right? And then it like this little bit of information filtering out like a week after, 2 weeks after that. Then we get another thing another week. This thing happened like a month ago, you know?
And every news source gives us a different story.
This thing happened a month ago, Jade. It took them 2 weeks for us to find out who rescued them here. Everybody thought it was Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was the Coast Guard.
Everybody literally thought it was the Coast Guard. Like, and but listen, I tell the truth now.
Up to now,
Don't do that.
first they said the boat end up in Puerto Rico. Up to now, we can't get a picture of the boat. Then the
With
man,
a body, don't forget.
yeah, but all the other bodies in the water, but it's one body make it all the way to Puerto Rico.
But when the rest body them, where is the rest bodies?
Jade, nobody even know how much people is on the boat. Every time is a different number.
I assume if you're saying that 14 people or 16 people died, what the 14, 16 bodies, like, what I do?
The Kickster says I keep them.
It got to be because
No, but it really leaves a lot to question. But what makes it just thing for me is the way that the information has been coming out.
yo.
These people rescue a whole rescue mission, right? Off the coast of Connery. That is funny to me. But off the coast of Connery, right? Dead at night.
Dead at night.
Happened to somehow hear over the engines and everything. And we only hear about that like 2 weeks after the actual incident.
The only reason I believe this batch is because I actually saw a picture.
A picture of what?
Them on the boat after being rescued. Well, some people.
No, I believe there's people here. I believe we just don't know the
So where
details
they
behind
get
the
these
story.
numbers from, that's what I want to know.
The people on the boat was telling them.
That 30-something people was there and only us alive. And therefore nobody is. And then the boat capsized. And then the boat reached Puerto Rico with a body. So the body from Puerto Rico and the boat. Azem, listen. I ain't got to lie to us, you know.
Little Saint Nick.
I don't have to lie to us.
It's Little Saint Nick.
It's not, this don't even need as conspiracy. Why are you lying to us?
Right.
This is so weird. This is the last thing I expect people to lie about. Because it ain't like,
I don't know if it's a lie thing, but somebody, well, not
Azem, somebody had to lie.
somebody been lying. Yeah. But I don't know if it's the officials.
I don't know who it
It
is
might be
lying.
the people on the boat. It might be Nicholas himself.
So say Nick make up a whole story and then bust off? That's why they can't find him?
But who knows?
Might be that, cause bye. This now make no sense.
Suppose Nicholas in the search party, helping to look for himself.
I think they would have recognized him this time.
Little Saint Nick.
I think they would have recognized him, man.
Right.
That got his pictures up and stuff, so I think, you know,
Urban legend, by.
got to be, because at this point, crazy.
You buy the bar, you turn around to your cup for some strange reason, your cup empty, and you remember drinking it.
Saint Nick.
By Nicholas Santana. By.
At least the devil ain't got to give you his name, call him more.
Nicholas Santana.
In saying it.
He just running around causing mischief now.
Got to be, because bye.
They can't find him, he just causing mischief.
I need to talk to. Let me go call Miss West them in the places that I got sources here. Because somebody gonna to tell me the truth. Does that make any sense?
Oh, you done gone? Show me, we need to get a chance. Show me Nicholas' picture. Apparently they got a picture of him.
Yeah, oh lord.
You know, like how in Mexico, like El Chapo is like a cult legend, and like people, it might end up being like that here.
No, he might for real because something looking funny in the light.
Yeah, Saint Nick.
So the sky is falling.
Chicken little.
Sky is literally falling.
What happened now?
A meteorite landed on the roof of a house in New Jersey.
Say what now?
The sky is falling as him. A meteorite believed to have struck the roof of a house in Hopewell Township, New Jersey, authorities said on Monday. According to the officials, to the roof of the house. The metallic object suddenly crashed through the roof of the house and ricocheted around the house's bedroom.
What? Bang, 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 bang.
Kind of cartoon is why. Oh dear. No member of the family was present in the bedroom when the incident took place. Hence, no one suffered injuries, according to the report.
That is insane.
Bye. So I don't know if ricochet through they probably see it later.
Yeah, well, ricochet just mean it probably just hit and then bounce around.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Because it could have been just come through and drop one place. But maybe they see the imprints on the wall and stuff. Because it probably was hot.
No, they just bounce around. Like if it's just something they can bang about. Ricochet might give us a different mental image about what might have happened, but it probably just mean it bounce around.
Yeah. Police are investigating to determine the object's precise nature. Although officials have suspected that the object is related to the current meteor shower. I didn't even know he was having a meteor shower.
Yeah, we're having a meteor shower, like meteors.
Well,
But most of them burning up in the atmosphere.
not this one here.
This one here was
Resilient.
Resilient, man. Determined. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
And it did. Well, the person said I did touch the thing because I just thought it was a random rock. Said Susie Cup, a member of the house on which the rock fell. Speaking to CNN affiliate KWY-TV in Philadelphia, she added that the rock fell on the roof of the bedroom that belonged to her father. It was warm. I just thank God that my father was not here. No one was here. You know, we weren't hurt or anything, she added. The outer covering of the meat... Stop it! The outer covering of the meteorite can reach scorching temperatures because of the object's high pressure and friction as it falls into the thick atmosphere at a high speed, although generally cools down before reaching the ground. It was about 4 inches by 6 inches in size.
4 inches by... That's a serious piece of rock.
It's a big stone. It's a big stone.
But this is what we gotta be worrying about now? Things falling from the sky?
The sky falling, as I said, we soon out here, you know.
The thing, I bet you the thing had enough velocity to bust through the roof and end up in the house. It ain't like it bounced off the roof here.
Yeah. The roof, my couch, I could ship paper, no?
Mr. Probably the thing fall from space, yeah.
Oh, it's true.
You got a lot of speed, you got a lot of backup
Bye.
speed.
At least it hit the roof, because if that they hit somebody, right? That person would have been out of here, you know?
Jade,
If that had hit somebody
these
in
are
the
the things
head,
we got to be worrying about now.
You can't even stop there. We're going to wear a helmet?
No, that's what I'm telling you what you're gonna do. Helmet, the thing bust your roof.
Yeah, you know.
Rafters, everything. What's me when you got zinc? And then
Oh, my God.
bang to the zinc there. Zoom.
Bye. That they would have take you clean out.
You see a
bye.
clang. The last thing you hear is clang.
Yeah. No, you're watching God. You're watching him 1 hour again and he watching you 1 hour again. God, it's why you know this was about them. Insane.
Yeah. Hey, but just glad that nobody was hurt.
Yeah, me too, bye. Because that could have been a totally different story. As I tell you, the sky falling.
The sky is falling. What the name of that story is? It's chicken something, right?
Chicken Little, you was correct.
What, I mean the original fairy tale.
I have no idea. I just know the Chicken Little movie.
Yeah, Chicken Little was.
Oh, that was such a good movie. I need to watch that with Jaden.
Oh yeah,
That was such a good movie, man. Where I could find it?
I could send you a link.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 movie?
Something similar.
Okay. Sounds about correct.
There's no Blockbuster anymore.
No. They're done with it. They're done with it. Everything is, yeah. Nobody got no money. Things closing down. All kind of layoffs, all kind of people being fired. The world in shambles. Y'all think it's joke when I just be saying this, you know, but take it from me who has to read the news daily, right? The world is in shambles. Shambles.
The world is in shambles. Remix.
We need a remix immediately. Because when a war is famine, is murders, people just...
Sky falling.
The sky falling. Like, what the hell?
Nicholas Santana, Jade. Nicholas Santana. It's obvious.
It's obvious for you.
Probably Nicholas Santana put a major way to the people in the bedroom here.
They didn't even know.
That fella there, bye.
That fella there, bye.
That fella there.
He's a problem.
That guy.
He is a problem. Well, U.S. Rep. George Santos charged in web of fraud. I didn't see this coming.
That's why I mean even say nothing.
I didn't see this coming. I hope he wasn't shocked because...
You shouldn't be shocked if he do it.
With the amount of things in the news cycle I saw about this man, I said, yeah, he going in jail. For something. May know what, but he going in jail for something. They're gonna lock him up.
Tell us about.
Well, U.S. Representative George Santos, the New York Republican, infamous for fabricating key parts of his life story. So I know he was going to jail, you know. Fam, you're lying about your life, right? You're going to jail. Can I do something else? Has been indicted on charges that he embezzled money from his campaign, lied to Congress about his income, and cheated his way into undeserved unemployment benefits, prosecutors said Wednesday.
Unemployment benefits and all this man was trying to get? Wow.
He's a super villain, isn't he?
He's a super villain. His name is again,
'He's a-
again, George, what?
George Santos.
George Santos.
Mm-hmm. The indictment says Santos induced supporters to donate to a company under the false pretense that the money would be used to support his campaign.
That's a regular scam there.
Yeah.
It's a regular scam.
Something like.
Everybody do that there. They don't, up to now, people trying to figure out what's going on with the Clinton Foundation.
Wait after that.
Up to now, people trying to figure out what's going on with the Clinton Foundation.
Wait after that, because I ain't gonna find out. Or maybe they will, who knows? They were
All that money raised for Haiti. There's such role models.
There's a lot of people that are going to hell in Azem. A lot. That's how I know me going, because I never do the things that
Like, you're too far down the line?
What?
They didn't even get a chance to reach to you.
You're going to fool.
Well, that's about George Thanos.
Thanos. Oh dear. Instead, it says he used it for personal expenses, including to buy a designer clothes.
It's a campaign.
Pay his credit cards and car payments. How is man going to move on if he on a car?
How am I supposed to run for Congress? And like my phone ain't working. I ain't gonna care.
I can't dress the part.
I got bills. Nobody studying me.
I coming in there in his t-shirt and so. I ain't gonna vote for me.
Nobody gonna vote for him. Nobody gonna vote for him if he come in there in like some cheap jeans and like.
So the man had to, you know.
Like a Banana Republic shot or something.
The money went to the campaign. So far, I that wrong.
That's why they can't understand, like, when they're talking about these campaign things, it's like, all that's part of the campaign. Y'all see how much money Sarah Palin, you talked about Sarah Palin yesterday. Remember, Sarah Palin wardrobe? Millions of dollars for she wardrobe?
Yeah, and she couldn't dress. Why? Just waste the money anyway.
Well, no. Back in them days there, them two-piece women's business suit things is what was running the place. And they got to look a little bougie. Like some weird fabric and weird patterns. the blazer with the skirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was it, man. I mean, Hillary take it to a new level with the pantsuit, but
now Hillary was out here doing things, eh?
Camilla was a pantsuit queen too, but she was still just like a lie. Everything dark.
Yeah, everything dark.
You realize that?
With a sickening silk press. Not one hair out of place.
But I mean, you know how she used to get out there though.
But
Like
no.
Come like this, they got a special spray to keep out the humidity or something.
It's called spritz, friend.
Spritz?
Spritz and hair spray. Keeps everything down and layered.
Even when you sweat and
Even when you sweat, your hair ain't gonna move, trust me.
Wow. Technology has come a long way.
Yeah,
So what are they going to do with the Santos?
We're not there finish, you know?
Oh.
Santos also is accused of lying about his finances and congressional disclosed forms and applying for and receiving unemployment benefits while he was employed.
Why in my business?
So what you need unemployment for? And he employed as a regional director of investments firm that the government shut down in 2021 over allegations that he was a Ponzi scheme. He probably was. There's a lot of Ponzi schemes happening, you know. Remember?
Scammers will scam, you know, Jade.
Remember during COVID?
Scammers will scam.
One thing I'm gonna love in this world is a Ponzi scheme, boy. A good old Ponzi or pyramid scheme.
But there's a reason for that. You know the reason? Okay.
Yeah.
Once you know the reason. Because things are hard for people. People looking for any opportunity that look like they could
make some quick cash.
Yeah. Anything that got high returns, all of that.
Even if it's at your expense. So you go.
You ever see the thing about 1MDB?
1MDB?
Yeah, Singapore. You need to go watch any documentary and news report you can find on 1MDB. Like that, they are just.
It was crazy.
What?
Wait up, me alibi.
No, boy. That man just zog out them money, boy. Zog. That man zog out the money
and then super scammers.
and then take the money and was like funding movies in Hollywood. Like, yeah, but it's crazy. It's crazy.
1MDB ain't the site that does rate movies on? Oh, that's IMDb.
IMDb.
Okay, just making sure.
Make sure it's 1MDB.
We talking about the same thing?
No, 1MDB is, like I said, at this it was this investment thing.
Okay, 1MDB was the scammers. IMDb is the movie.
Right, I was saying it. One Malaysia Development Bank.
Huh.
Yeah. Jolo was the guy who was fronting up that deal. So Jolo taking all of the Singapore people money and just like becoming like this biggest playboy. Like he had one birthday, right? One birthday he started the birthday like in France or something, and like what he was doing is like he celebrated birthday like 3 times. So like he'll celebrate it in one time zone,
Fly to another one that is
and then
celebrated.
fly everybody like on private jets to like a next party, and then bring in his birthday there again, and then fly over, and then they bring yeah.
And this is why others get
And, like,
catch because others do ridiculous things.
No, that's why this one is so great. Nobody knows who this man is. Nobody knows the money be they can't find him.
He's me here, sir.
Jolo,
Jolo is a legend. That's a legend.
They cannot find Jolo.
I thought you was going to say Jolo get locked up, but Jolo, tell us.
Jay, this has been years. Nobody know who he is.
Jolo in Mexico chilling.
Let me ask Google. Google everything.
Jolo is in Mexico
Listen.
chilling on the money.
Where is Jolo? Yeah. Volume down. Let me do it again so I can hear what they say. Where is Jolo?
According to Wikipedia.
No, wrong. You had it right the first time. Like,
Oh, you're shouting after Siri.
oh.
Don't shout at her.
Let me see. Let me see. Jolo is believed to be residing in China, where he secretly travels extensively through major cities. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I
mean,
doubt it.
China big, yeah, but still.
Oh,
What?
this is 6 days ago, so something fresh happened.
What?
What's just going on here? Says talks to return one in fugitive Jolo. Please.
Oh, here in Malaysia.
Oh, no. Malaysia is where this thing happened.
Oh.
Not Singapore, sorry, Malaysia. The Prime Minister says negotiations are on the way to return him, but come on, that ain't happening.
Return him where? Return him to
It's
where?
$4.5 billion the man gone with it.
Bye.
Let me see.
That's greed right there, so bye.
But who they?
That's what I want to know. Where they returning him to? Where he be for them to return him?
That's what I'm saying. Who they be negotiating with? Because they said they're negotiating to have him returned. So okay, so he says the Prime Minister of Malaysia has revealed his country is in negotiations with authorities overseas. They ain't saying which country. Sovereign. In America, they just say no. Look, he's charged with theft in both America and Malaysia.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like, what
Yeah.
America had to do with it. So
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
stealing people money from America too.
Well, they're just part of the scam, right?
Jolo, bye.
$1 billion of public funds were allegedly funneled into luxury property finance, Hollywood films, and bank accounts linked to former Malaysian Prime Minister, Mr. Razak.
So wait.
So I don't think they have any idea where this man is.
But this lady man let me relax with the money here. I can't find him, so you go.
So the man is saying his return was being discussed through diplomatic channels and involved multiple countries. Wait, how much countries he could be in? How much countries this one man could be in? They have no idea where this man
They know
is.
he be.
They have no idea where
And
this
we
man
understand. Because if I steal $4 billion, I ain't find him either.
is. Yeah,
have-
he probably a Mars.
Yeah, I have the wealth and the means.
With that amount of money, he could be a Mars.
Easily.
Like,
Easily.
oh, boy.
Just leave the man, let him relax.
I know he is. I know he is.
They're coming for you.
I know he is.
Yeah, they're coming for you.
He exactly the same place as Nicholas Santana. The two of them in the same place hanging out.
That's what this episode can name, eh?
Nicholas Santana.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, yeah, well, back to Mr. Santana. Santos, sorry, Mr. Santos.
Mr. Santos.
Mr. Santos surrendered Wednesday and was taken to federal courthouse on Long Island, where he is expected to make an initial court appearance later in the day on charges of wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and making false statements to Congress.
All right, you might have to pay a fine of like $500,000.
Yeah, that's chump change. The man still got a little change left over from when he thieved the money. Think you know these things? Listen, I believe when people like this do these things, right? They save a just in case fund. Just in case they get catch?
No, the smart ones, but
Yeah.
not only that too. I think there's a calculated there's calculations made when people get into certain illicit lifestyles, right? You know Wall Street trappers?
Wall Street Trapper?
Mm-hmm.
Is that real person?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So here's this guy. He's a black guy. Grew up kind of a troublemaker, right? And now he teaches people how to invest, like in the stock market and investments and stuff like that, right? He's actually very good.
Is this the same man?
So anyway, what he said changed the trajectory of his life is that one time he was in jail and like there were people.
That would do it.
Well, not necessarily, because he didn't really change right off the bat. But what he said, when he went into jail, he met this guy. He was there waiting to get chance. He was a federal thing, so when federal charges like them and see as like this big gangster and so.
Yeah.
So one time he talked to the guy and the guy was like, look, what y'all doing don't make no sense. You're in here for killing people and you might get 30 years, right? I come in here, I steal $5 million. I got to do 3 years and they took $2.5 million. I got 2.5 outside still. And guess what? If I go outside and I do it again, then I might get a 10 years. But guess what? I can still have more money. Y'all in the wrong hustle.
Yeah, bye. I could understand. In my next life, I can be a scammer. And maybe like a regular scammer, like. I can be like,
It's your next life. Come on, Jade. You talk about later this afternoon?
yeah. That's a good point.
Oh, man. But
Bye. Politicians will politic, okay? And that includes stealing.
But this is why these things will be so funny, because the politicians that take it to even like crazy like levels, they're special. Remember that guy who was like running around like every week he was something else, like he had like a secret family, then he had like he was running around sending dick pics to people.
Which one? Which
The
mayor that
the
was?
one
Because that's all like a lot of them.
What that fella had name?
I know what you mean.
The Kingsters gonna know what I mean.
I had to go and make a public apology.
Yeah, and he had a name that just made you felt like he was just like.
A perf? Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
What that fella name was bad.
And then he did it multiple times. He wasn't even like once.
No, I'm telling you.
Hey, they would do it once, apologize, and then it happened again.
What the
He
name
do
of
it
that?
multiple times. Till his wife end up leave him.
All I can type in is
He wasn't in
perverted U.S. mayor.
And how much options?
Me ain't even tell you who the first one was.
No, show me.
Giuliani.
Yeah, but he had to do it.
Oh, boy,
And
that's
there's
funny.
a couple of them.
Oh my gosh, what a
But
guy.
I know who you
No,
mean.
he might
I
not
just
be
can't
a mayor.
know.
He was a mayor, he was a senator, or he was a governor.
He was from New York, though?
No.
I think he was from New York, though.
What I mean,
I know exactly who you mean. This white skinny man.
from California,
I don't remember where he's from.
I just
if
know.
he's a governor, it's,
I just know he was
You
out here
saw?
wilding. Oh?
you know something, man?
No,
he
was
was
name. See, I tell you, it got so
Didn't
much.
they gonna come to me?
It has so many of them as
Somebody, the first thing come up for this one is Elliot Spitzer.
that way, I mean.
No, Elliot Spitzer I'm talking about.
Oh no, that way, 1 minute though.
Elliot Spitzer.
What he had
This was the
again?
guy. This was the guy who. The guy you're talking about was the guy who. Sent the dick pics to the.
But he got a couple of them as a.
Wait. Oh, I didn't know this.
You gotta put in a pad. Describe it later. Let's see if you find it. But there's several.
Oh,
That's
right.
what you.
You can come. Yes, Anthony Weiner.
Yes, him.
And I knew the name Anthony Weiner.
That's what I was thinking about.
Like when because he was like,
He was doing too much.
how many times this man gonna get?
Bro, you're embarrassing. Your wife got the woman got to be up there, stand up next to you while you apologize over and over and over.
But
Hard strong, eh? Can't at me, you know? Make care about no unified front and all of these things. Nope.
what the name of this article here?
Anthony Weiner and the rise of dick pics. Explain.
Vox. That's a Vox.
I just
article.
want to know.
That's definitely a box.
I just want y'all to
A voice, that's something.
This topic was not brought up by Jade.
Oh,
Because I feel like it's always me.
Oh,
This
boy.
topic was not brought up by Jade.
It's always Jade. But yeah, Jade just at the end of it.
Azem said it before me, you know. But y'all
I
have
didn't.
select.
Actually,
Said,
I didn't say the.
you didn't
I
know.
laughed. I didn't say the
The article name.
the article. Yeah.
He just said it. In fact, Jade,
Yeah.
There was another one.
But hey, politicians, watch yourself for them, man.
Yeah, man. This safe in the streets.
I don't want scandal. They don't want scandal.
Clearly not.
They need a fixer. I believe I will be a good fixer. Yeah.
Me too.
So,
'Cause I know how to get to make something disappear.
so as a man say, that's about the household figure with politicians and scandals, no?
What household figure there with scandals? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
They just all like you make us disappear. So let me just move on. Britain. First babies born in country using DNA from 3 people. Britain's fertility regulator on Wednesday confirmed the birth of the UK's first babies created using an experimental technique combining DNA from 3 people, an effort to prevent the children from inheriting rare genetic diseases. Britain's Human Fertilization and Embryology Authority said fewer than 5 babies have been born this way in the UK, but did not provide further details to protect the families' identities. The news was first reported by Guardian newspaper. The genetic defects can result in diseases such as muscular dystrophy, epilepsy, heart problems, and intellectual disabilities. About 1 in 200 children in Britain is born with a mitochondrial disorder. To date, 32 patients have been authorized to receive such treatments. Yeah.
So this is how the mutants them start.
I think there's several ways.
This is how the mutants start.
We're on each and every single path. Each and every single path we could find in this world, we're on it. You ever watch Sweet Tooth on Netflix?
Oh no, I keep saying I need to watch it.
It's so lovely.
Yeah, I keep saying I need to watch
But this is the part we're on.
DNA splicing and so? Cause next thing they're gonna say, well, let's just instead of being like 2 women and a man, let's just add in like a crocodile or something.
That was on the new season.
Oh, I haven't watched it. Yeah. All I know is that you got a little boy with antlers.
Sweetest little kid. Sweetest little kid.
That's
it.
Let him walk in here now.
I'm
What?
if a child come here with antlers, you're gonna what? I think a child.
I am running, Jade. A child with antlers bus in the studio, Sugar Factory. I gone.
With the child.
So what I got to do with me? You me walking around there, them kill people now.
You hear them say they're going to sacrifice me, right? Men if you hear him. Men if they think that I can hear them.
I didn't hear anything of this sort.
I hear it though. So he went to the wall, so he's an alien. He's an alien.
No man. These walls here is Joy Wall. Combustion.
Oh, okay.
Crazy Jade.
I think I would win. Which one? The crocodile one would make me wonder. The crocodile one was wild. The one with the antlers them wasn't wild. The one with the pig wasn't wild. There was a pig. There was a beaver one.
None of these things.
A skunk one, a hawk, a monkey, an elephant.
All of these here, I running for my life. I watch the show. But don't get me sitting down doing my show and then you're bossing. You crazy? No, but let me ask you a question now, Jane. Do you believe that this now makes non-traditional poly-type relationships more viable?
Yeah.
Because now we could all share this child. So this is really just all of our child.
Yeah, so it's no
all
more.
All of our children. So that that's your children. This is I got 2 children with her, I got 2 children with her. Like we have these children. You believe this makes it more viable?
Of course.
Oh, well, I support it then.
Okay.
I support it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
But, like I said, sometimes I feel like, you know what it is, Jade?
No.
I think that we have forgotten the truth
when it comes to?
In the statement, just because you can do something don't mean you should do something.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be the problem, especially with these a lot of, like science. Sometimes scientists, yes, we understand part of what makes science what it is the pushing of boundaries and things, but there needs to be some boundaries that is like, well,
maybe we shouldn't do this one. Maybe
the resources and technology and the manpower and the time could be best deployed somewhere else.
And that is why we had COVID. That's why we had COVID. Because I was in the lab playing with things that I ain't supposed to play with.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I don't know why they don't understand
I don't know
this.
why they keep doing this. It's the same way I feel about people who would find bodies and dig them up.
Damn it.
Like, you know how they're always finding this 3,000-year-old body and feel like they need to dig it up.
Oh.
Why? Why?
Are the people who go into like these places and like finding like parasites from 2 billion years ago?
And taking them up
and just be like, oh, guess what? It was frozen in ice.
Let me defrost it to study it.
I think we still have viable biomaterial.
Why we keep doing it? Y'all gonna end this circle, this floating circle that we on? Y'all gonna crash it.
I would say let's make a bet about how humanity ends, but
Not
then
me.
again, but who wins?
Not us for sure.
Because by the time you find out who wins, it's like, well, what winning gonna do for you?
When the world falling out the universe.
I just wonder if like zombie, like the whole zombie thing, like maybe not the Walking Dead, but like a virus or disease or parasite that changes like actual humans into things. We've seen it happening.
That wouldn't be shocking.
No, but we've seen it happen.
Bath salts had people eating.
That's
people.
what I'm saying. They were eating, like there was a man eating another person's face,
Because
eating the person's face, you know.
Because he went in the gas station, go smoke some kind of. Why you all buying gas station drugs? That.
It wasn't bath salts. So that there was. It was what did I call it? Ketu.
Keto.
I think it's ketu. Yeah. I used to see it all the time. I used to go in, like.
I never wanted to buy no drugs at the gas station.
But you go to the head shops. You'll be in the head shops. So you go in the head shops and they'll be like. What it would be is I would tell people, I say, yo, that there's just grass and they spray some chemical on it. That's all it was. You just grass or hair or something and they just spray some chemicals on it. And then spray some green on it and then people. No. But let me say this though. Jade. We have a general trust of retail.
Yeah.
We have a general trust. Like you don't expect to go into a store and there's something that's being sold on the shelves and packaged properly and
what?
It's going to make you eat somebody's face.
Oh yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying. We have a general trust of retail. Like when you go into a store, you are trusting that the processes that brought this product here somehow had your best interest at heart.
Somehow.
Like you have no idea what went on in the country or in the factory where that cookie was made.
No.
Where that dough was made. You have no idea what in the drink.
No.
You don't have you can't even see in the can.
No. But you trust that whatever in there will not have you out here wailing.
Like for instance, yesterday we went to the supermarket yesterday. The thought that came to my head as I was walking in to scare you.
Oh dear.
One, I had two thoughts. Walking in, and right on the side where you were, that's where they have all the drinks.
Yeah.
I was like, what is it that they put in Coke to make it black? Like that, I couldn't, like, you can just pass and they had the whole stack of Coke there. And then I said, also, what is it about humans where we drink black juice? Like,
As in, we just do things black to eat them. There was black burger, black squid ink, pasta.
yeah, but not generally in the West, though. Generally in the West, we don't eat things that's black. For
Unless it's
instance,
like cookies.
For instance, we have
Only Oreos.
Well, yeah, Oreos.
What else?
There are very few black things that we eat.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you ever eat black rice?
No.
And black rice is actually really good for you. Like, compared to like other grains.
Did I sell you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen it in store a few times. Like wild rice, black rice, that kind of thing. But we don't generally like them things.
No, we ain't in that. when in that.
But what it is that makes Coke black?
I don't know. Google it.
Google it. Kingston's supposed to be Googling these things, you know?
Yeah, these are supposed to be flying out the back, you know.
Yeah.
God, do it one.
I don't know. Might be molasses, who knows? What makes Coke? Well, they have brown, but
It is molasses?
no.
What?
Come on, Jade.
What?
That would be something like that wouldn't scare anybody. The actual answer, of course, has to scare us.
What?
So it says a chemical called 4-methylimdiazole, or azole, who knows, found in some caramel colors used to give colas a brown color. May also increase cancer risk in those that ingest beverages containing it. If you think I'm lying, that's it right there.
No, I believe you, friend. I believe you.
You want me to read that again? All I do is ask Google, what makes Coke brown? And it says a chemical called 4-meth. Anything start with meth.
Don't try me off.
It don't
Don't
try
try
me
me
off. It don't try me off. Methylimi.
Another thing, anything that I can't pronounce, questionable.
It's spelled, and not only that, you know, the chemicals start with a number, Jade. The chemical literally start with a number, yeah, that's the name of the chemical, it start with a number. And it says it's found in some caramel colors used to give colas a brown color. May also increase cancer risk in those that ingest beverages containing it.
Yeah. Because we wasn't scared of dying, so now we're just ingesting cancer. Love it. All of you out here just drink Coke like water,
This study says that more than half of Americans between the ages of 6 and 64 typically drink soda in amounts that could expose them to enough of the chemical to increase their cancer risk.
So yeah, well, vibes. As if we ain't already.
And we just, but because it's on the shelf and it's bottled and it's packaged, we assume
that's so
that somebody,
insane,
we assume
like,
that
you just-
we assume that somebody would not put something in a bottle that could give us cancer.
Yet here we are.
No, like it's just, like we are very trusting of retail.
We are.
All we need to do to be able to buy something is literally just see a commercial and the packaging look clean.
Remember when they just used to put coke in everything? Cocaine.
It'd be better they just put the cocaine.
They used to put cocaine. It was meth.
But cocaine wasn't illegal, you know.
No, cocaine wasn't illegal. It just started to overdo it, and they said no. We got to put some precautions in place because I out here wilding out. What was the other one that I used to use?
Opium. There's
another
opium.
one. There's another one though.
Opium still in drugs and so when you go to the hospital and thing.
But there was another one that I used to use that I realized maybe you shouldn't actually.
Heroin.
Heroin, yeah.
Heroin. All of these are like medical things, you know.
It's just start to overdo it and they said, no, we might have to cut back on this because
that's where opiates come from, like the opiate pandemic that we face, you know, all these people dying because they're overdoing and the pain medication and stuff like that.
And then now here comes fentanyl by.
Because even here sometimes I've gotten injured and they've given me like
Did I get coke?
not coke, but opiates.
Oh, I
for
just
pain.
say, what?
They give you opiates for pain.
Kind of doctor you got?
No, but it's pain medication.
No, I understand.
But people get addicted to the pain medication. You know?
Yeah, bye, that's crazy.
Then you can't catch yourself.
Yeah.
So good luck with that.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go with the pain. Except if it's tooth pain. Toothache?
Oh, no. Tooth pain, it don't matter what you give me. It don't matter what you give me. Give me a shot of fentanyl and I'll like. But there's no pain. There's no pain in the world like toothache.
Yeah, you've tried childbirth?
Troubles?
Childbirth.
I haven't tried it.
Okay, well.
But I've heard from women who have multiple children that toothache was.
It's kind of.
Watch, I have seen people who suffering from a toothache do things that they didn't do when they were giving birth. You ever see a grown woman? When I say grown woman, I'm talking this a grandmother got grandchildren here. Like literally just and she head because she feel like that could give her some relief. Like literally just find a way to be and she head.
Mind, you know?
And she foot in the air, lean up against the wall, Jade.
The toothaches does definitely make you lose your mind. No doubt about that.
And then they're gonna tell you to clove.
No, it works.
I know.
I may understand, but it works.
No, it's what they call it. It numbs the nerves.
Yeah, it does numb. It does numb.
It numb the pain receptors. In
Oh
nerves.
yes, by cloves by. If you ain't got some cloves in your house and you got toothpick, God be with you.
That's it for you.
You're gone in.
You don't know if you're gonna make it to morning.
Probably not.
They shut down the place for COVID. That's it. You better hope you don't have a toothache pandemic.
I mean, what I'm gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. Got enough clothes in the world for that. Well, I don't know if you've been following, but recently I saw this report that Angela Bassett was made an ambassador for Antigua.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I saw these reports.
I think I saw a picture of her with...
Uncle Gaston?
No, with a kitchen. I don't know if the
the chef. Yeah, but
chef.
he lived in Antigua. He lived in
but
Antigua.
he's kitchen.
Yeah, he kitchen. Well, yeah, reports all over social media last week was Angela Bassett is the new tourism ambassador for Antigua.
Okay.
Well, today, Angela Bassett's lawyer demands Antigua government cease using her name and image for tourism ambassador role.
What?
Yikes.
So, what happened?
Attorneys at law, Fox Rothschild LLP, representing Angela Bassett, has advised the government of Antigua and Barbuda to immediately stop using the actor's name and image in connection with the tourism board's marketing or promotional efforts. This comes after the government of Antigua announced last week that Bassett could become the country's newest tourism ambassador, despite no formal agreement being made.
Boy, I dropped the gun and he shoot you.
Buy it. Oh, that's a good one.
Boy.
In a letter dated 10th May 2023, the lawyers requested discussions with the tourism board regarding the duties, responsibilities, time frame, and approvals required of Bassett for the ambassador position. They also accused the Department of Tourism of using Bassett's photos for commercial purposes without her prior approvals. The letter demanded that the tourism board stop using Bassett's name, image, and biographical information in association with the tourism ambassador designation until a mutual agreement reflecting Bassett's acceptance of the position and outlining her obligations and protections is reached. The Department of Tourism has until 15th May to acknowledge receipt of the correspondence and confirm that all uses of Bassett's name and image have been removed from the tourism board or its licensees. First reported by Antiguan Trumpet. What did I do?
They jump the gun and shoot themselves.
Oh, I just mix the money and things and I ain't even... When I see the story and I thought everything then thought of because of how that was running with the story, I thought this was confirmed, concrete information.
Hype. But not only that, they seem like they were already using her images and maybe not to advertise, but they were announcing the...
Well,
so wow.
I tell you, from what I was reading, I thought it was done a thing.
Let me tell you something. Use our own people to talk to her. Use our own people.
I mean, even if it's a use our own people thing, because I understand having an ambassador promoting the country that is a big movie star. Maybe Antigua didn't have those. But
no, I don't. This is the thing for me. It's not about not finding ambassadors in different spaces to market your product, right? It's about the pedestal that we put some of these people on, and we don't give the opportunities to people from your own country to go out and market themselves. Actually, people, and the reason for me why that is so important is the people from your country, they have a unique understanding and connection to the place, right? And so that passion and that knowledge enables them to, in my opinion, best Because, for instance, right? Yes, somebody who is established in a particular space would automatically get the what should I say? Would automatically get the
First preference?
no, just get their foot in the door. They'll get access, right? They'll get attention. But then sometimes they don't know how to bring it home because they don't have the connection, they
Yeah,
don't
the
have the
connection
passion,
isn't
they don't
there.
have the knowledge, right? So you have to be careful about that because now you could probably get persons with those things, people from the country who understand the country, the culture, who are able to be just living embodiments and representations of whatever it is the country is trying to market and thing. You could get them into those rooms and then now in a position to sell, to sell the thing properly. But all these tourism boards across the Caribbean, it's a very competitive market.
Yep.
I remember I tell the story all the time. I was coming on Port Authority and see like a big St. Kitts advertisement in Port Authority in New York. Coming off of the bus and just, oh man, I St. Kitts. And I stood there for like for about an hour and just watched to see how much people even look up to see that there.
How much people look up?
Me really see none. People coming off the boat but these tourism boards, they're trying to find ways to market, they're trying to find ways to get an edge. It's very competitive.
It is, yeah.
Very competitive, and
There's so many countries trying to sell themselves to a limited market and getting people to come here, heads in beds, as they say.
but I keep saying I keep saying all the time, these print media and even like these ads on like social media pages and stuff like that, I think the effectiveness of those things are getting less and less and less and less and less. And what people are, what resonate with people is people. It's people.
People, yes.
So whether it is people who do like these travel blogs or do travel IG pages and stuff like that, or for instance, our entertainers, even our artisans, you know how interesting it is when you take up a product, let's say like a beauty product, and it has like the St. Kitts flag on the back.
Yeah.
Like, those are the kind of things to me that have big impacts, but then you don't normally get the support from the tourism sector. And so it's like, but these are the things that to me go a long way in bringing people to your thing. I told you already, I went on tour with a band. The tour was financed by the tourism sector of the country. And for years after, I knew one of the immigration officers. The immigration officer would say people would show up with the flyers that we gave out on tour, and they'll just be like, where these beaches? I want to go there. And it's just like, yeah, because we did winter tours in like Wisconsin and these places. When a band go up there and blow your mind and present you with a booklet that has white sand beaches, like sun, coconut trees, and you go outside and it's negative 20 degrees.
I go anywhere.
I need to go wherever this be.
Wherever this book be, I need to go there.
Wherever this is. You understand? So, like, those are the things that I think go a long way.
Yeah.
But again, you don't normally, here for some reason, we don't normally get the support in that particular way. We rather bring in a company from wherever and film some nice footage, and then the footage is somehow placed wherever it's placed. And I think at one point that was a big thing, but I think
It's dwindling?
yeah, because actually we talked about it yesterday. People ain't watching ads.
No, people, the attention span is very short.
Yeah, and people
Very, very short.
and people doing anything that they can to avoid some of the placements ads in some of these platforms. They're buying they're paying money for premium YouTube, for premium Twitter, for Twitter.
When Netflix tell her they was about to add ads, you see how they had to backpedal?
Yeah, but that's because they were already getting paid. If people would pay for something if it means that they don't get ads.
So you want to tell me that I started paying for your service because you don't have ads, opposed to using cable, and then you add ads to it? No.
And I think part of the things too is that we're very privileged in St. Kitts. Like, we don't have the impetus to use like YouTube Premium
No.
because we don't generally have ads on our YouTube.
No.
Travel outside the St. Kitts, no?
No, I know that's a thing.
Travel, or you,
Listen,
like,
and when
you
and-
can't, like, it's three, you're watching a 30-second video on YouTube and 3 ads playing in between.
But remember when they had like the campaign ads there? Oh, people used to abuse.
Yeah, so hey, just because I'm messing up my basketball highlights, me voting for you.
Yeah. You lose me vote just so.
You lose me vote just so.
You
I
pop
change
in
up
the
my
middle of
basketball
a
highlights.
music video?
You come telling me about
vote for you because-
constituency 7.
But listen, my mom do it.
Grab my phone. Grab my phone. Don't come.
They voted for you. You lost me. Friend, so maybe not you, because I think you're tall. How tall are you?
Yeah, I'm over 6 feet.
How tall Darrione be?
Maybe 6'1".
So Lee's the shortest.
Yeah.
And maybe this would resonate with him then.
I don't think Lee considers himself short either, but yeah, go ahead.
There are people who would consider this short.
Yeah, because, and you say people, I think you're talking about women. Well, women would consider a man who is average height short, which is weird. Average means average.
No, I haven't been short.
Do y'all know the definition of the word average?
What you telling me like it's me that's so?
Is you just say it?
I'm made for them.
You
I'm
just
made
said
for
it.
them. Not for me, friend. I know what average means. But there's this new phenomena where men are now getting leg lengthening surgery.
I mean, I knew, but. No, but when I said it might be new for cosmetic reasons.
Cosmetic reasons.
Can people
You're
like-
talking about when you have like a
Discrepancy in the
no.
legs. and
I'm
stuff.
talking about when you just 5'6" and you want to be 6 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're not. This is happening yet. And this is the. All right.
It literally says leg lengthening surgery is gaining popularity among men seeking to be taller, doctors say. I saw this yesterday. I saw this article. Well, I saw this.
You think this is something that women might kind of frown on? Not frown on like as if like something wrong with you. No, but I mean just the idea of like
You
oh, you got
begin
men,
to
you got,
taller?
you got men out here like really trying to gain 2 inches by going on in the night.
That would be hypocritical.
Yeah, but they don't care.
That would be very hypocritical.
Yeah,
Because we just go under the knife for smaller things.
Every chance you get to every part of the body that you could possibly modify, there's women out there modify.
Cut out this, put it there, move this, take off this, lengthen
Because
this.
I've heard women laugh at and shame men who, for instance, get calf implants.
I guess it's just so funny. I would laugh.
But
just
for me,
because of
but the thing is, some of the things that I hear, and I won't say anything because I don't want to offend any particular person. Because again, it's at a point where, what you gonna do, fellas? We just gotta deal with it.
Listen, if you want, put in some calf muscle, or if you want, put in the chest muscle, them abs there, put it in on your chest. Go for it. It's on your body.
No, but that's the point, you know. I keep telling people, yeah, you could go ahead and do with it, but then don't vex with me when I look at you strange.
Yeah, but it's your body. If you're happy at the end of the day, lengthen the knees, put in your abs.
Put in your abs. Like, them things are just be like,
Yeah.
I'm just.
Become a baddie. Don't study them.
But you don't be a baddie, that'll be the problem.
Well,
You see how these people look when they hit like 65? Yikes.
don't study that.
Of course
At
not.
5'7", Alex
Why
considered
study
him.
anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, why study anything? We
For
just
what?
need to just don't study nothing.
Nah, just live. You see the world, the sky falling? They were both studying that.
You're right.
At 5'7", Alex considered himself short. The 26-year-old who asked that his real name not be used to maintain his privacy said he was sick of insults and jeering comments about his height. Shorter men routinely get spoken down to just because of their traits that they can't control, Alex said. So last January, he got a lengthening operation to increase his height to 5'10". So if you're going to increase it, just go for the full 6. The 6, go.
No, probably no. I think at some point it does get ridiculous. At some point, if you're like, yeah, you might be able to add 3 inches and be able to be alright. But if you're adding like another Like I add in a foot, like no something.
Go for the 6 feet too.
Maybe it's not safe to go that high.
Maybe too. Maybe. My goal was never to be tall. It's to be in a place where no one comments on my height. Leg lengthening is an intense and expensive process, but one that has become more popular and accepted in the last 5 years.
Let me tell you what I think about all these things.
Go ahead.
Just like in other spaces and other situations, I see this as predatory. All these body modifications, all these people running around getting BBLs, getting lip because what
Fillers,
I think,
lip injections,
because what
BBLs.
I see it as, I think what it is that there are people who are profiting off the insecurities of people.
Dr. Miami.
These aren't any health thing. Like instead of trying to help people to understand, and the problem is that these insecurities don't go away because you do whatever. So people think you're insecure because of the size of your buttocks. No, that's not what it is. Like, so you get a big buttocks and all of a sudden your life is good now. No, they don't ever walk that way. That is why the next chance you get, you're gonna do something else. You got to make it bigger. You got to do the hips now. No, you got to do the thighs
amount
now.
of people
You
that
got to do the
has
tummy now.
died over these procedures, right? Trying to achieve some unrealistic beauty standard that they set for themselves or society set for them.
Yes, but that's no. This is my thing, right? Even that is part of the problem for me.
Yeah.
No. When I said that, I mean the idea that like there are standards of beauty. Like I
That's
don't
why
like.
I said unrealistic. Not me talking about the regular aims and goals and stuff. I'm talking about people who literally trying to take out their ribs, putting it down in the ankle them, just because they're looking at the feed every day and that's what they see it. Not realizing that a lot of these people, even they don't look like that. They're photoshopping the stuff. Sell you some kind of image and now you buy into this image. Taking up all your money, going to some place that you probably shouldn't go. Yeah, they're putting their rib down in the ankle. Like,
That's a real thing?
hopefully not.
I in there like...
Hopefully not. I'm being honest with you. Well, men know what others do, but they're taking body parts and putting them in different places just to achieve some by killing themselves, literally killing themselves to look a certain way.
And this is why I tell people, like, it's the same thing with religions, right? Same thing with religions. I keep saying, look, the issue that I have with some of these charlatans that call themselves, like, either pastors or priests or whatever, right? Is that what they're doing is preying on people's insecurity.
All the time.
So if I have an issue with that, of course I can have an issue with these people doing these things too.
As you should. Not wrong with having an issue with that.
But for some reason, when I talk about it, it's always like, why you have X? I'm like, you don't understand the bigger deal with this thing. Like, everybody can't be exceptionally beautiful, right? Everybody can't be exceptionally tall.
No.
Everybody can't be exceptionally smart.
No.
But recognizing that because your gift isn't here, because your gift isn't in physical beauty, don't mean that you don't have one.
Yeah.
Don't mean that you're anywhere less valuable. Right, but the problem is that we place value on such a small subset of characteristics that we have people walking around who believe that they don't mean
fit
anything.
into yeah, because they don't fit into
and that is the problem. I don't think there's a beauty standard. And so what we do is we try to contradict the realities with these things to make people feel good. So it's like, don't call people ugly. Some people ugly. Some people short. Some people not academically inclined. But that don't make them less of anything. You see your face? And that's the problem. The problem is, like, for instance, like if somebody says these things, like it becomes like, oh my God, they're ugly people, Jade. We need to stop acting like they're not. That's the problem.
I love it because what you say.
No, but it's true, like, everybody not tall. Everybody isn't musically inclined. Everybody can't sing.
No.
And it's like you tell somebody like, okay, you know what? And I'm not talking about being mean to be mean, but the answer to contradict the problem of people being mean isn't to play into delusion, isn't to lie. Like, that can't be it. So it's like, you want to, like, okay, there's one thing to go and tell somebody, like, look, physical beauty probably isn't one of your strongest traits, as opposed to running around and telling somebody,
But I ain't even the fault though.
you look like you fall out the tree and your face get up.
You know, there was one I hear.
Oh, man, what?
Somebody tell somebody that they look like the snake on earth.
The snake on earth? That's tough, man. That's tough. And that's what I'm talking about. You probably don't have to do that. They probably don't have to do that.
You know, I got to look for somebody to think they're a snake on earth.
Jade, there's ugly people, Jade. There's ugly people.
Clearly, Azem.
And I'll tell you something too. There are a lot of people, right, who possess a high level of physical beauty, and unfortunately, everything else stink.
Yep.
Everything else stink. And and I can tell you something with them people, no matter how pretty you be, you're such a turn off.
Yep.
Like, people question what you're even doing here. As pretty as you be, if like that ain't enough, that's not enough. It's not enough, I'm telling you.
No matter what you fake, like if you're inside ugly,
you're ugly.
you're just ugly.
You're ugly. But the answer to that isn't just because some people feel that way, isn't to just go, everybody look good. Like oh my gosh, you got me on a tangent now. But this thing that people doing right now and just like pretending like they look as good as some of the most physically beautiful people in the world, that is so, I'm a 10.
And then you're fine.
No, you are a 3 at best. You are 3 at best. But guess what? Wait, that's what I mean. Why when I said that, your face got to that?
Sorry.
I don't understand. Like, why is it bad to just be honest?
May willful.
I don't understand it.
May willful.
I understand not wanting to make people feel bad. I understand not wanting to be like just a terrible person and break down people's feelings and things. Right? But maybe we need to stop putting so much value on some of these things.
Physical attributes.
And not only that, but also starting to value people for who they are and their gifts and their strengths.
That's all.
Like, you can't. Everybody can't.
Everybody ain't gonna be cute. Everybody
Otherwise,
ain't
a 10
gonna
would be average.
True. Feel better now you get off the chest. I know we would have found a tangent for you now.
This Thursday.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Oh boy. And some are out there who aren't even thinking because you're gifted with physical beauty and ain't studying about the other aspects of your character. Some are out there is the worst human beings.
Bye.
Stop it.
No, that's a fact.
I need to stop it.
That's
Biggest turn-offs in the world.
Ugh. Just ugly spirited, man. Ugh.
Yeah, matter, watch you. A pretty face can't overcome an ugly spirit. I'm telling you.
No matter how
you'll get some privilege. Yes, there's privilege afforded to pretty people. There's pretty privilege, a real thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of long-lasting, like how it contributes to life in a meaningful way over time, some of y'all could undo all that privilege here very quickly.
Very quickly. So we could talk about one more story before we get out of here.
Yeah, why not?
So, social media again.
Going on.
So one day I was scrolling Twitter, minding my business, and I came across this video of this girl literally throwing boiling hot water on another girl. Here's why. A UK woman who went viral after, mind you, shitty up this, eh?
Of course, because she need everybody to know like how gangster she be, how bad she be, or what happens to people who disrespect her or whatever. Like.
Well, after she went viral for pouring boiling hot water on her friend, accused of sleeping with her boyfriend, she was sentenced to 3 years. I think she would have
lost them there in jail.
I think she should get way more.
Lost them there.
That's attempted murder, you know?
Lost them there.
A UK woman who previously went viral for pouring boiling water on her friend, who she accused of sleeping with her boyfriend, has now been sentenced to 3 years in prison. Too late. UK woman, oh sorry, that was reading over the headline. On February 2nd of this year, 18-year-old Princess Owusu Ansah, who is originally from Accra, Ghana, but was living in Royston, Hertfordshire at the time, accused her friend of creeping with her boyfriend behind her back. She then proceeded to attack the victim with scalding hot water and a knife.
Hard work.
Why would I be going on your head? Nobody can tell me you got ADHD, you know?
But that's what come to my head, how that song ain't come to your head. At least the original version, not the tame version that they just sang.
I know.
How that ain't come to your head?
Because I'm reading, sir. Stupid bad.
Yes, I will continue.
Well, sir.
Don't let me distract you.
Really? She then proceeded to attack the victim with scalding hot water and a knife. On the day of the incident, she showed up to the victim's house and at the Dog Kennel Hill estate in East Dulwich, which is in southeast London. In the video that went viral on Snapchat, she filmed herself attacking her friend.
Film herself attacking her friend.
Filmed herself.
Last them there. How Jackie will get 6 years and she get 3? That's why I can't understand.
And nobody see Jackie do it. Except the man who he do it to. Allegedly.
I mean, the voice no Jackie was saying him kind of.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird.
This is crazy, Jade.
Yeah. Where Maven, she attacked her friend after accusing her of sleeping with her boyfriend. On the video, viewers can see the victim cowering under a blanket and screaming. As Onsu grabbed a kettle of boiling water and threw it over her friend. She then placed her phone down with it pointed at the two of them. As she walked away from the camera and towards the woman, she can be heard yelling the victim's name, Miss Dux Peopleman. It's a bad word there, but I can't say that. And think that she can get away with it. That's what she call her, Miss Dux Peopleman. I think that she could get away with it.
It's a pretty long name to give someone, but
Pretty long name.
yeah, but bye, yo.
She throws.
It's not that serious, girl.
It is never that serious. Ever, ever, ever. Ever, ever, ever. She then threw hot water on the girl, who continued to scream under the blanket. She then proceeded to deliver a series of punches to her friend. Then she grabbed a silver knife, banged it on a nearby radiator, and proceeded to threaten to stab the woman. In another clip, her phone in hand and the knife in another, as she pointed it to the victim's head, forcing her for an apology. She then ends up stabbing the victim in the leg and makes fun of her for bleeding. The victim was eventually able to get up and escape. She ran outside her home onto the street to get help.
So you come into my house, accuse me of sleeping with your boyfriend, throw hot water on me and stab me, in my house.
And box me in.
And you get 3 years?
3 years.
But let me tell you something. The courts around this place is really biased. You saw this situation that happened where this young lady, she, while her partner was sleeping, cut off his ankle bracelet.
So I was going to cut off.
Yeah. No, I realized the unintentional pause right there was gonna give some.
I thought this was another Lorena.
No. So cut off the fella ankle monitor, right? All the while saying, yeah, this what you get. You want to try, feel you could play with me? Cut off the man ankle bracelet, right? Cool. Of course, the man now gets brought in. She videotaped this whole thing, posted everything. The man now gone back to jail, must have gone jail for 5 or 6 years, something like that there. She outside running happy. No consequence, no nothing.
So
and they got the video.
That's the part that throws me off.
They have the video.
See that she do it and they lock up the man?
They lock up the man for violating his parole.
But he didn't.
And the conditions of his release.
But he didn't.
No, he's supposed to keep on the ankle monitor all the time.
Yeah, but he got it off.
They didn't study that. The man got back to the woman didn't even get a fine for damaging public property. Nothing.
How are you getting locked up for something that may do? I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but still. With evidence? Wow, that's wild.
The court systems are biased, Jade. It's ridiculous.
No, it is.
It's ridiculous. Because if a man had go burn up a girl,
Man had lost that day in jail.
He'd get attempted murder charges.
What?
They'd start. But all his ex-girlfriend would come out and say he used to bang them. Jade, they would have lost he.
Yeah, but I never hear about you again.
Hear about what? I've forgotten.
Yeah.
He'd have moved like Nicholas. Nicholas Santana, boy. But yeah, it is what it is. But somehow I need to recognize that, like, watch it. It's
Stop.
It's not that serious.
It's never that serious over other people. It is never that serious. There's 8 billion people in the world, you know. Are you burning up people over one? One?
Is special, Jade.
Two. No shame on him?
To her.
Because she in jail?
No, Partner realized that she really loved him, so Partner stick with him, man. Partner hold her down. Ride or die.
I want you to tell me how unserious you're being right now.
What's the highest number you could come to? This is the one after that.
Has to be. Has to be. Because. No way. You said that with a straight face.
Bye.
I stop. Why are you burning up people over man and woman? Like.
I mean, usually we just throw hot water on people who come by we yard and making noise and so.
But I had a video I watched recently, right? When a man was breaking into our house and the man was upstairs videotaping him, right? If it was me, I'd have burn up that. Easy.
You think that's anything? You ever see the videos of like people putting their hand in like the mail thing trying to like open the door? And the man just got a baseball bat does rap, but you don't see the hand just go limp and just wiggle.
As it should. Where I do it in my place. He had a video recently that I watched. Yo, this is the only part of the internet that I love. Seeing people have to suffer the consequences of their own stupid actions.
Yep.
So a man is the excuse for me, eh? A man was breaking into somebody's house. The man was home. Right? So when he tried to pick the lock, the man opened the door and pull him in.
Come here.
And bang him at him.
Come here.
The man had the gun ball up, but no, I wasn't trying to break in. I was checking to see if I could pick your lock because my door mash up.
My door mash up.
I tested to see are your lock. I wasn't breaking in. I said, bang you some more for that stupid ass excuse. What?
You should have seen this one the other day, right? Partner keep going to this man's house and taking the man packages.
Yeah, he come outside with the big gun?
No. This one, I see that one, but this one here was funny. So partner rig a package
to explode. Yes, blowing in the air.
When partner running with the man package, by the package blow up. By the man decide.
Where the package the next?
They know. Yes, he realized the man relieved himself. Well, that's what happened.
I would have done that too.
The man
get blocked.
The man get blocked. The man relieved himself. So the man said, "I knew you've been stealing my packages." The man said, "Oh my gosh, I itched myself. I itched myself."
Man, sorry for all you. When I see these things happen, Azem, that is natural selection and karma. Whatever does happen to I when I do these things is all your fault. Because why are you doing these things? Why are they got the man package for? If you didn't take it up, he wasn't going to blow up.
All the videos were like, they put like cell phone on the ground or like money on the ground, and then when they pick it up, he shot them and so.
So you to teeth.
Leave people. Oh, man, he got a bike there, right? Man gone, yeah. Watching him jump on the bike. But the man just put a shocker on the hip. Put a shocker on the hip.
Favorite genre of videos right now. Watching y'all have to suffer the consequences of our own actions.
Karma vids, why? Karma vids. Yeah.
Because I has been doing entirely too much.
Yeah, them ring cameras are giving us some of the best content ever.
My ring camera, right?
Ring cameras giving us some of the best
But
content
as
ever.
I just literally lay down in my bed and go on TikTok and watch pages full of ring videos, you know? He had a video recently. I don't know what kind of drug dealers these, right? But he had a recent video where a crackhead literally went to the man's house, probably like 2 in the morning. You know, when the itch start to itch.
Yeah.
One of them times, yeah. But my thing is, why you selling crack out your house?
Maybe the man ain't selling crack out your house. Maybe the man just know where he dealer live.
How will he know where you know where your dealer live?
It's a small town, Jade. Everybody know where you live. If you're dealing in a small town, like you're dealing out of your house. College students dealing out of their house. Like where's he dealing from? Like what you got to understand, right? This idea that we have of like drug dealers and thing, all that there is just like American media base, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this thing about the fellas going on the corner in a big hoodie and like, cuckoo, and taking the money here and man. But that is nonsense, shit.
Really?
Nobody do deal drugs like that there.
Yeah, why would you? You know how suspicious you look?
A man send you a WhatsApp, it be like, yeah, home just passed by. Like that's how we go. That's how people deal in drugs.
I understand weed and so like that's.
No, Jade,
that's how you're selling crack.
That's how people selling anything, Jade. You know why? Because that's the only place you got. Where you going to stand up on a corner for hours and hope somebody pass by and one crack?
No time.
Hey, mister, message me when you got a chance. Message me if you need anything. I'm going to sort you out. Let me know. People that just be on their work and just call a drug dealer to come by their work and drop off drugs. Like, that's how we go, Jade. Like,
I do that already.
most likely. That's how we go. Like, people, this thing about, like, they just hang on the corner and then you got to shoot up because somebody wants to steal your corner. So, white people don't deal drugs that way. I'm telling you, I live in these days. I know what's going on. People don't, like, you want the same Oxycontin and Oxycodone and them things there and so. Man, just call me. Your boss needs some drugs, he call you, and then you just tell everybody, hey, we ain't gonna work tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'll be here tomorrow for about 48 hours. No, he
boss ain't coming in tomorrow.
Tomorrow gonna be a late day.
How you know? I just know.
I got the link.
You sure? I am not uncertain.
Trust me. He ain't coming in tomorrow. I think we gotta go. We gotta leave.
You gotta leave, you gotta go, no?
Yes.
I
As well as it.
You're on this porch in Nevis.
Why would you say that? Who said anything about watching Nevis? So you gonna tell Iron?
No, I means nothing. I just said porch in Nevis. That means something to you?
No, actually. It really does not.
That's why I say it's a me no Amex.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wrap up before that will start. Many minutes.
Guys, we gotta leave, we gotta go, we gotta disembark, we gotta get out of here, we gotta disappear because Jade is I have a long day.
Yes,
a long day.
A very long day.
Yeah,
Extreme long day.
A long day.
My day gonna end at 3 a.m.
Long day.
What?
You day gonna end when?
3 a.m. That's what my day is done.
Oh yeah. I mean, you see, she's making that a habit now.
Accidental. I'm gonna reset next week when Jade come home.
Ah, okay, nice. But guys,
Cause he don't have that, eh? He coming up, go look for him now. Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah, he come.
time.
Yeah, he literally does come out. If he wake up, she see the time. You remember when your parents used to run you in your bed? Jade don't run you in your bed.
That's where we go. But guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for joining us today on this lovely Thursday.
Lovely.
Hope you guys have a great day. It's productive. Nobody's stressed out here too much. And yeah, as we've heard today, please spend more time living your content and posting.
We tired talk to Ayo.
They don't listen to us, Jade. They don't.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
And of course, guys, please remember, you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not Nicholas Santana. See you guys tomorrow.